Hi. I had to have a come to Jesus moment recently. I had to admit to myself that I don't hate social media. I am in a complicated relationship with social media. My close friends know that I am triggered by the words face and book. They know that slamming Mark Zuckerberg is one of my favorite hobbies, and yet I am also the biggest hypocrite alive because just like everyone else, I enjoy using social media. In order to write this essay, I had to admit, finally, that my problems with social media don't stem from Facebook stealing our data. We basically give our lives to corporations anyway: Google, LinkedIn, Headspace, Outlook. So what's the big deal? My issues surrounding Instagram don't come from my so-called disgust at the superficiality of posting a well-manicured life on the gram. I am guilty of it. I do that. We all are. And frankly, there's nothing wrong with it. That's why Instagram exists. To thirst It doesn't even bother me that companies like Facebook and Instagram don't have our best interest in mind. They don't care about your mental health or your addictions or the jailous rage fits that you fly into whenever you see your ex-girlfriend with her new hot boyfriend with the perfect teeth who goes on vacation to Cabo every week. What bothers me about social media is that I hate what it does to me, but I need it. I deactivated my Facebook account recently, and I haven't visited Reddit for months, but I am still addicted to social media. Back in the mid-2000s when Facebook first came out, I used to sit every day, multiple times a day, and go to Facebook. I would just sit down to do something and just go straight to Facebook. It was an addiction. Now, I curbed my time on the site and eventually left completely in 2014 and in 2020. This time I had to leave because since 2016, that site has become a literal garbage fire. I'm sure it's even worse now with coronavirus and the impending election. Facebook was bad for my mental health. I felt awful after a deep dive of an ex-boyfriend, a crush, or a colleague, but I would still creep because I'm a masochist. I mean, I compared myself to people a lot. I got jealous of my friends and I called out ugly babies. And I started to feel like a failure, a real loser because I didn't have a baby. I don't even like kids. That's the real reason I left. I couldn't handle it. But that's not Mark Zuckerberg's fault. The only thing I get out of trashing Mark Zuckerberg is a good time. It won't help me with my mental health. I thought that Reddit would be safer. Well, I don't know anyone on here, so it won't affect me as much, I thought. Wrong. So wrong. So wrong. I visited Reddit at least 50 times a day, and sometimes more. Jesus. That's not an estimate. I downloaded a tracking app on my phone to record how much time I spent on apps. Part of my overusage can be blamed on the lockdown over the spring and summer months, the boredom of it all, and the need to escape from reality. I suffered malaise from my inability to travel. Did I mention I was a millennial? Like many people, I had anxiety about coronavirus, the state of the world, and the United States. So what did I do? I fought with people on Reddit. Excuse me, I looked for fights on Reddit. Let me tell you, they are a lot of fun. It thrilled me. But it wasn't just the arguments, it was like the whole thing. It was laying sideways on my bed while the blue light fried my eyeballs. It was getting that sweet karma from any anonymous person who liked my comment. It was knowing that I was able to get under another person's skin. I used to think about it all the time. What will I say if Joji Boy 8472927482973299282 replies to my astropic comment? God, I hate those moderators! It felt really good, and then it didn't feel good at all. I realized this one day after I almost got hit by a car. I was crossing the crosswalk, and some car just turned right while I was in the crosswalk. I mean, I kind of brushed it off, but later that night I thought, man, I'm kind of a douche online. If I died today, I wouldn't be very proud of that. I realized there's a side of me that I didn't like. The childish part who loves to run her mouth and loves attention. And I just felt really terrible about it. It's like there's no forethought to my actions on social media. I'm basically just shit on social media. Being introspective is not fun. There are some things about myself that I'd rather not talk about. But I had to in order to get over this whole I hate social media bullshit. The truth is that I love social media. It connects us. It has many advantages that we use every day. It's like, if you haven't talked to your grandma in 8 years and she lives on the other side of the world, hey, use Facebook to do it. The other thing about social media is as an artist, you can use the platform to connect to people from all over the world. You can send your stuff to friends from college that you haven't seen in 10 years. I want people to see the hard work I put into something, comment on it, and give me likes. I want them to be interested in my work and find some kind of joy in it. But wanting those things used to bother me. I thought, That's not a genuine connection. You haven't seen this person since college. That person does not care about your project. But that's not for me to decide. I can't control what others get out of my content or whether or not they have a strong connection to it. That goes for anything. Post about Donald Trump.
It will go away, just stay calm.
Or post about a new pet. It's just content for people to see and possibly comment on. It's time for me to get out of my head about it. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to go and get back on Facebook or get back on social media heavy, but at least I know what I need from it, what I want from it, and how I can use it. Before I wrote this, I would have said that all social media sites are evil. I mean, they basically are. I sounded angsty and hypocritical because I honestly don't think corporations are inherently evil. I think capitalism is a good thing. They provide services that we need and want. We pay for those services with our money and time. That's all Instagram and Facebook and Reddit are, just like corporations that need money to survive. They need money. They have to make it addictive to keep you engaged. And they will use whatever tactics they need in order to keep you on the site. They need your strained, watery eyeballs to keep looking at pictures of vacations and babies. Nothing wrong with that. They aren't supposed to care about your feelings or make you feel good about yourself. That's up to you.